Welcome into the Film Guy Network. It's football season, which means I've got a film study for you.
What's up? You really like that?
Let's shut up and grind some tape. What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back into the Film Guy Network. We're going to take a second stab at this guy. All right, and I'm not mad about it. I'm not mad about studying this guy twice because I do believe, Jonathan, that going into the 2025 college football season, if I had to pick one, I think this might be not just the most exciting quarterback in college football. I think he's the best. I think he's the best going into the 2025 season with even room to grow. Okay, and we took a study and a look early on in the offseason of LaNorris Sellers, okay? And it didn't necessarily pick up a ton of traction that we wanted it to. All right, so we're going to take another stab at it here again. And we're actually going to watch what is, I guess, statistically his worst passing performance. And it's the game against Clemson. It also happens to be the most electric performance that he had all year with regards to his legs. There is no doubt about it. At 6'3", 242-ish pounds, this is the most dynamic athlete in college football. I think this is a one-of-one ball carrier in college football right now. When he's in open field, it is a real problem. But not just that, the short area explosiveness that this guy both plays the quarterback position with and becomes a ball carrier with is truly special. I'm really, really excited to bring this one to you today. All right, let's get into it. Let's go ahead and shut up and grind the tape, all the good stuff. But let's get to the rules first. If you learn anything about the game of college football, you must subscribe. If you learn anything about your favorite football team, you must subscribe. And if you have any fun at all today, you must subscribe. And look, I know these things are tailored to certain fan bases. This one's tailored to football fans because I do think this is a special guy, Jonathan. And there's tremendous room to grow. I was shocked when I looked at the just raw data, raw stats guy, because I'm not a stats guy, I'm a film guy, okay? When I looked at the stats today and saw this guy completed 66% of his passes last year, flabbergasted, okay? Flabbergasted, because there is still completions left on the tape, believe it or not. All right, let's do this. I'm excited. Let's shut up and let's grind the tape. All right, now, Jonathan, we believe on this channel, the Clemson Tigers going into 2025 have the best defensive line in all of college football. They got 4 freaks and just brought in a 5th guy from Purdue. Okay, they got real dudes. Okay, they're going to be able to get after you and real athletes in that front 6 too. When you add in Sammy Brown, when you add in Jamal Anderson, I know you lose Barrett Carter, but they got some dudes. Barrett Carter being one of them on this tape here today. So I say that to say this: the things that he's doing athletically in this tape, they're going to apply everywhere. There are NFL football players in this front 6 that he's going to be doing some of these things too. All right, here we go. Let's start off play number 2. And again, this is second play of the football game. I can count on like one hand how many dudes in like college football history are making this play. That's Peter Woods, guys. That is Peter Woods, okay? Watch this. We're just going to shuck him off right quick. All right, and then we're going to make a KJ Barnes, one of the best young safeties in football, miss, okay? And then we're going to make another one fall on his face, okay? And now we're going to run away from some folks for about 60 yards. Again, watch it from the box. Watch it from the tight. Watch how many high-quality NFL football players he makes do one of these. He does this to a lot of people, okay, where they're like, have no idea what to do, because it's not just how big we are. He's a very sudden athlete. I think that's the thing we highlighted most, Jonathan, in our first study about him, but really his suddency as a passer, just the ability, it's open now, wham, out, not only because of his delivery, but his twitch. Also right here as a runner, you see that suddenness. Look at this. Peter Woods, not once, but twice, shucked. All right, we're going to run into our own guy here. All right, make 9 miss. All right, make 7 miss. That's actually Barnes he puts on the ground. My bad. I do think there is some ball security. are problems. We know this. This is very obvious about him. I think he fumbles once or twice in this football game as well, but I take it. I take some of those ball securities and I play with those highs that we got like that right there. I don't mind him like this right here. I don't mind you eating this play. Honestly, I don't dislike or I don't hate that you don't like what you see. I think we're working a sale concept here, okay, and I understand why he bumps off of it, all right? I don't want you throwing that ball with that converging corner. I would like you to check the ball down here, all right, but we're already moving around in the pocket. I don't mind you taking the sack in field goal range. Just hold on to the football, man. Hold on to the football. Again, start back from the top with the process. I'm okay with you clicking off the sale. Maybe do it a little faster. Let's just go ahead and throw the ball out now to our check down if we're being super critical here. I understand why you're trying to make a play with your legs because we got down here because of your legs to start the football game. However, again, growth period right here. Let's keep the ball in our hands. Let's not fumble. Let's find out why we do. Just get smacked on. Okay, ball's not tight enough as we're trying to make moves. I know we have two hands on the ball, but it is in a very compromised position right here, right, Jonathan? We're still very susceptible to one of those right now, okay? We got to have it on some type of chest plate, okay, when we're in a crowded area. Boom, ball comes out, we lose it right there. I think they turn it over. They do. Let's go to play 11. All right, so they're clearly this entire game, Jonathan, really trying to work this sale concept. All right, they're really trying to get to it. They get to it try to get to it 5 or 6 times during this study. Okay, I understand why they were trying to because I think they thought they had a athletic advantage here in the slot. That's I believe Boaz running up against that tight end Simon that they had that was a 4.6 guy, 4.7 guy at the NFL Combine. Okay, so they're trying to work that. Actually, that's Simon going through there with the pogo, double post on the front side. You see it run into grass, but you see what's already happening right here. We're already having a problem. Now, let's talk about why we have a problem in protection. We are rolling everything right, okay? We are putting all of our protection to the right, and unfortunately, we get cat fire blitz. Now, in our second year as a starter, I do think we start to pick these things up because we're a smart football player. There are indications that this is about to happen to us. Okay, watch this right here. Watch what the corner does and the safety does simultaneously. We see all this movement. We see a guy near the box with no immediate threat, right? He doesn't have an attached tight end over here. That's an offensive lineman. So he's going to add in. You know what I'm saying? We have to know these things in multiple years as a starter. But here's why, even as he's learning on the fly in year one, that's why I think he's a truly special football player and a truly special athlete. Because watch this, okay? All right, not only are we going to make this free defender miss, we're going to spin out on him. I can't tell you how many young football players, Jonathan and the rest of you folks watching today, we just continue to scramble to the sideline. But I just showed you. What are they running? They're running pogo with that sail, right? They got this double post on the front side to clear for this sail. All of my concepts are working to the right, which means everything over here is dead grass for me. It's dead grass unless I want to run out of bounds. The only way I can live and continue to fight right here as a football player is if I continue to roll right. And he does, and guess what he does? He finds his check down over there, and that's the only way he would have found him. If he continues to roll where he spun to defy the pressure, he's running to dead grass. And we watch guys, 4 or 5 years as a starter in college football running to dead grass on tape all the time. Dead grass, dead grass, dead grass. That's a tremendous rep from a young player. It's one thing to be able to be that kind of an athlete, right? To defy a corner, spin out on him, make him miss. We'll watch it full speed here and you can see what it required to do it. Okay, that's a twitchy young man. But that right there, getting back right, shows me that you're not just a great athlete, man. 12, 13 games in of your college career, you got it. You're playing the position, man. Now, still growth, because when I watch it, I still see sometimes on tape, especially against good teams, I see, hey, what you plan, man? I want to sit down with you and talk to you for a second because I want to know what your plan is. I see a lot of indications of what might end up being man-to-man coverage, Jonathan. We got one safety kind of looking like he's about to play the middle of the field. Okay, we got leverage that's indicating man coverage over here. We have leverage that's indicating man coverage over here. Leverage and leverage indicating to me we have man coverage. Okay, so if that were to be the case, we have to know they look like they're playing some type of cover one. I might be getting a 6-man pressure, right? Someone's probably responsible for the back, but I might be getting pressure here. Nonetheless, when I get to the top of my drop, I better have a plan. And if it is indeed man coverage, the ultimate plan right here is this hitch on the outside, right? The ultimate plan out here is the hitch on the outside, which he's working over here, I believe. But we got to take it now. Take that right now. Take that ball, throw that ball to the sideline. Let's pick up this first down instead of doing what we ultimately do, which is try to continue to make a play, which I understand. We're a great athlete, and we are a great player, and some of our most explosive plays come from this. But also, it's a great defense over there. Let's take the 12 yards. Now, in college, I want to see all the fun stuff, but people are talking about this guy being 1-1. Okay, being the number 1 overall draft pick in the upcoming draft. And I believe it could be a thing. If it's going to be a thing, we got to be that. Jonathan, I think if we can do that, we might be a 70% completion guy. And if we're a 70% completion guy and a 1-of-1 athlete, we are the number 1 overall draft pick. Okay? There is no doubt about that. Do we agree right there, Jonathan, with what I'm criticizing of the process? What is our plan when we get to the top of our drop? Especially in this game and – well, the reality of South Carolina football, you're going to be getting pressure, right? So we better have a plan at the top of our drop.
Yeah, completely agree.
Be ready to throw. Because when we get over there, we don't have time to throw it. One of those ones where, as a critic or an analyst, you'd like to be able to sit in the room and just ask him, what was your plan? Because I bet his plan was 3-step, read the seam, and then try to get back to the hitch. But we didn't have time to do that because they closed space in their man-to-man coverage. 3-step, 1 hitch, decisive. This is what it looks like. Now, granted, we're getting off coverage. We're getting dudes rolling off of us, looking like they're about to play some type of cover 3. Okay? Safety looks like he's rolling out. Corners are definitely bailing. I love this right here. Watch this. This is playing the position. 1, 2, 3, 1 hitch, ball out, play it on time. That's how you do it. Okay? That's how you do it. We call this chicken and rice on this channel. If we can do all the chicken and rice stuff really, really well, and then let God take everything else, you're going to be a very, very special player for a long time. But we got to take the chicken and rice all the time too. Let's watch it from the tight. For those of you watching LaNorris from the first time, the motion is peculiar. Is that a good word for it? I compared it to a catcher's motion. It's very much different from the ear than my man Mateer. Mateer is vertically or horizontally from the ear. That's the way he throws. LaNorris damn near scrapes his ear pad on the way out. But it does have some jump. It has late flutter, okay, but it has immediate jump. You can see that in that ball flight right there, can't you? Mm-hmm. Immediate jump with a late flutter. That's the exact definition of it right there. Not a terrible late flutter, though. It's not like it's flailing on him. I do think he's the only quarterback in college football making this play right here. A 1-of-1 athlete and a 1-of-1 ball carrier. I mean, shut up. Shut up. And he puts it in the zone. I'm pretty sure. Is this another one where my man, no, I don't think Peter Woods is on the field. Ooh. Just, Sometimes on this channel with special players, Jonathan, I don't even feel like I have to talk. You just watch it. It's just like marvel at it. All right, I think it's a great decision. I think we maybe need to get it down a little bit here, but this ball needs to be caught. All right. I like the RPO pull. There's all indications right here that this needs to be a pull. Look how many defenders from Clemson are sprinting into the box, okay? I love the decision. I just think we probably could throw a better ball. Okay, amen on the pull. Yeah. It's 100% a pull read right here, all right? Let's criticize the placement of this football. Now, when we throw these balls now, we know that they're going to have people jumping. So as a wide receiver, we definitely shouldn't be expecting this ball low. All right, we need to be expecting this ball above or at our eyes. All right, let's question the ball placement here, Jonathan. That ball flailed on him, amen? Mm-hmm. All right, we can be critical of that. We put that on our eyes out in front where our big Nick Harbor can extend his arms out away from the DB and fight through the hands. We might be able to complete this one, okay? See, our big guy almost finishes, all right? Almost finishes. So I'm going to also tell you, 8, we got to catch football, okay? But when we talk about horsepower on this channel, like general torque of a football player, this is what we talk about. This is what the high ends of horsepower will do for you, okay? The ability to just make freaky plays, to just have guys hanging all over our body and still be able to rip the football. I caught myself in the middle of a hey yo moment right there and almost used the word stroke instead of rip, and that would have been way worse. Here we go. Let's watch this right here. But this is horsepower, okay? When we got bodies hanging all over us, all right, and our ability to still rip the football, like to make that move and get that juice, come on, man. Like that's a lot of the stuff that, I'm not going to do this to him, but that's a lot of the stuff that Lincoln talked about Caleb Williams having, right? Because especially when we play South Carolina, we're not going to have clean pockets, okay? At least not the last 4 years, 5 years. We haven't had clean pockets as a Gamecock quarterback for like 4 or 5 years. So we know we got to play with trash around us, right? Meaning bodies, not the humans are trash. Talking about we're going to have to play trashy pockets. We're going to have to play in dirty pockets. And how do we do this unless we have freaky twitch and athleticism? And I think it's all in our core, honestly, Jonathan. How strong are we in our core to maintain spinal alignment, right? To be able to create power. That's horsepower right there, man. All right, let's talk about some criticisms here. I do think every once in a while, as we try to get, again, back to this sale concept, I think every once in a while we are a little late, okay? And we could trust our arm a little bit more or throw our guys open a little bit more. But also, I think the wide receiver died on this route. All right, as we on this rollout right now, okay, we get to that point right there. As let's watch his drop. I'll tell you when this ball is supposed to be thrown. The moment he starts to work downhill right there in our progression, we're supposed to have thrown the primary read. I just told you the primary read is the sail. Jonathan and the rest of the chat, would we all agree right now the sail has leverage and we could throw him flat towards the sideline and complete this ball? Do we all agree?
Yes.
All right, we all agree. So the ball should be out right now. We should be throwing that ball. That's first criticism number 1. However, hey, wide receiver, he ultimately gives you a chance. And now let's watch the wide receiver throughout this route, okay? Watch him. Okay, and tell me the moment our body starts to lean up and we start to die on this route. I would call it right there. Right there we have officially died on the route. If we continue to run flat, our quarterback's probably going to throw it. Jonathan, when we watched this in pre-show, what did you tell me that you thought the receiver had the thought in his mind of?
That he was not going to throw that ball.
Yeah, no way this guy's going to throw this ball. You can't do this with this guy on the field. All right, we talked about that, I think, in the first study. We almost compared him to Jason Williams. Right? White chocolate. We said, like, when you play with this guy, you better not be assuming he's not about to throw the football. We said very similar things about Mateer. Be ready all times. Be ready all times. Watch it from the tight. However, I do think it's on the quarterback originally because I think we need to throw him flat the moment we get to the top of the progression. Throw him flat now. It's open. It's there. We throw it late, and our wide receiver kind of gives up on it because he thinks, no way. Let's go to play 34. Man, I wonder if they're going to be able to do this again this year, man. I'm going to tell you what. It's not just because I study. I liked what Dow did last year as an offensive coordinator at South Carolina. I studied it ad nauseum, okay? And they created explosives late in football games all the time. Every big game that they won, watch them. Every big game that they're tight in, watch the thirds and the fourth quarters of those football games. They are developing kill shots. They are finding ways to compromise the zones and the coverages that they're seeing throughout the football game. Are they going to be able to maintain that with Coach Shula? Now, that's a lifer. That's a lifer at the NFL level too. So the answer is supposed to be yes. I love the idea that they made the transition smooth. Shula's been in the building the whole entire time. I like everything about it. Still, we got to find it because they found it all the time, guys. In every big football game, they found ways to create explosives right there, rubbing the linebacker and creating this boomer right here. I love that we didn't throw that guy into that safety either, Jonathan. I love that we knew we had a layup and we were going to hit it right there. I'm showing love to the OC right there. Hey, that's the challenge this year. Man, they ran double post with a wheel or something crazy against Alabama in the fourth quarter to create a touchdown. They did the same thing against Kentucky early in the season against them. They just so many explosives late in the football game that are all a tip of the hat to the play caller up in the box. How much of that can they continue to do this year? It's very short and choppy, isn't it? Very short and choppy. That ball's wild. It's tight. It's not uber tight. But this right here, dude, this is what I would be rushing to the draft table to take 7 or 8 years of. You know what I mean? Because you probably don't do this in your 30s, your late 30s, late 40s, or, late 30s, early 40s. But we got a good 10 years of this type of playmaking. Shut up! To get up out of that. Come on, man. And then get to the sideline. We go, yank. Come on, dog. And then get down to save the hits. The spatial awareness on that one clip. This is such a special athlete, man. Such a special athlete. Let's watch it from the tight. Really get a good look at what all happened right here, man. This is why last time I was on the radio, I can't remember who I did. I was like, hey, man, Peter Woods probably got nightmares, okay, because he was doing this a good bit in this football game on tape. Oh, we got him. We got him, guys. We going to get him. I got a big first-round draft pick potential right here. I think this is Peyton Page right here. We got dudes. Well, maybe T.J. Parker surrounding him on the edge right here. We got guys all up. Come on. And then this one right here. Shake it. And then the slide, Jonathan. The slide. It's like the most cool, this is the most exciting 6-yard play we've seen on this tape or this film in a minute. Or this channel. Let's go to play 40. All right. So this is one of those moments on this channel where, again, wish I was in the room. Hey, I want his answer, not my speculation of what I'm watching on tape, because I know he's the real player here. I'm just the guy watching it. Hey, what do you think we're working again here, Jonathan? We got the go and the sail working again right here from South Carolina. Okay, backside we got the dig. So it's really a 2 progression concept. We're trying to run a clear off. It's very rarely ever thrown. Okay, we're running that, and then we're running that sail concept right there. So that is our primary progression. Our really secondary progression is this backside dig. It should time up well. As this sail either opens or closes, we're going to have this second or this first window dig on this backside. So it really should be 1, 2, 3, 1 hitch, read the sail, don't like it, come back to the dig. Okay, everybody feel our timing on that? 1, 2, 3, read the sail, come back to the dig. Okay, so let's watch it and let's grade his timing on this. 1, 2, 3, 1 hitch, reading the sail maybe a little too long. Now we got pressure in our face, rolling right. Okay, now, love that we got away from the pressure, hate that we put this ball at risk. We do not need to be doing this anymore as we continue to grow. Chunk this sucker up out of bounds. But let's go back and watch this dig and talk about the timing again, okay? And I'm going to tell you, the dig definitely runs to grass. It's going to be open against this coverage that Clemson is running. 1, 2, 3, 1 hitch, back to the dig. We're running to grass right here, channel. Amen. Okay, it's there if we get back to it. Now, let's talk about why we didn't get back to it, okay? Let's watch the progression here, bring in the motion, downset hut, read 1, 2, 3, okay? Also floating a little right in our drop right now. There's not really a top of that drop, is there? Did we see a top of that drop at all? What do I mean by that? Did I see any type of 1, 2, 3 hard hitch, right? 1, 2, 3 hard hitch and then step up? No, it was 1, 2, 3 float right, and then we're going to do one of those. That's not a top of a drop. That's not a professional clean drop. Now, understand we got a little bit of pressure. We also rolled it off the fake, all right? Anyways, all right, I do think we never actually get back to the dig. Why? Because Barrett Carter's jumping in our face. Do you think if we took a standard three-step drop right here off that play action, Jonathan, really hit it hard right there, took the one hitch, don't like the sail, come back over to the dig, do you think Barrett Carter comes into the equation?
No, I don't.
But we floated ourselves into his equation, didn't we?
Yeah.
All right. Again, these are the like real fine refinements. We're talking about, all right, I would draft him no doubt inside the top 5 today. Are we talking about 1-1? Is he going to be a future like superstar? That's what we're trying to evaluate today. That's why I'm being so nitpicky, because I do think he has the ability to do this, all right, to be really great. Don't do that, all right? Or maybe do that and just make sure your wide receivers are playing to the echo of the whistle all the time. Like we talk about offensive linemen having to play till the end of the snap. Nah, hell nah. Wide receivers, you guys got to run to the damn 53 and a half. Wherever he's going and scramble, you better be sprinting your you-know-what off. Because I think number 6 might have a chance right there, Jonathan. This guy right here, that's the ball, Jonathan. Catch the ball. But also, risky-ass throw. Risky throw. Ooh, we love this, though. We love this. We're going to stare down a barrel right here, Jonathan. We're going to stare down a barrel and rip this one. Oh, what? What? That dude is in our grill right now. We just released the ball to get back to what? Yeah, you know it, a sail. Actually, we got a deep over working here from the front side to Nick Harbor. Amen. We got scissors working. We love scissors concept. Everybody loves scissors concept. Got to be running scissors. All right, think we could probably throw this ball way earlier, though, and we don't even have to worry about the pressure. You know? Mm-hmm. I think we can let this ball rip right now. We got to the top of our drop right now. Let that thing rip, Bubba. We hold it for a good half tick longer, all right, and we got pressure. But I do love this, all right? This is, again, one of those, can he change his arm slot? Does he have arm talent type of discussions? This is it. Watch what he does to his body right here to let that ball rip. We got good life, don't we? We got good, immediate life. This is what was weird about old buddy, what's his name, transferred to Juice Wells. When Juice Wells transferred, it was like, we don't have a quarterback. How you watching this guy throw in practice and be like, we don't have a playmaker? What? Buddy. Especially for you. You were a slot receiver that could have been getting open and all these kinds of weird. Ball's got life, dude. Not just see it. How you catch that ball and think this dude's chump? Yeah, you got bad eyes. I mean, he's got just as much life as any Jackson Dart tape we've watched, doesn't he? We watched a ton of Jackson Dart tape on this film or on this channel. Hey, you don't have to make every play. Also, let's talk football here. Hey, if you're a coach watching today, hit me up, all right? Because I don't sit in quarterback rooms for a living. You do. So if you're watching me today and you think I'm dead wrong or you think I'm right, I would love to have a conversation with you about this, because this is how I've decided on my channel. And if I ever become a football coach, which everybody thinks I can do, I don't. If I ever did, all right, this is how I would teach this progression if I indeed confirm zone coverage, which as I bunch as an offense right here, audience, I know they're in zone coverage. There's a lot of indicators of it, right? Most notably, that line of defense right there. When you come to the line of scrimmage and you see 4 or 5 defenders lined up in one bar across the field, they're probably playing some type of zone coverage because they're trying to remain on the same levels, especially if we have an umbrella over the top of them, which we do. A ton of indicators of zone coverage. Now, I have a zone concept working for us right now as a coordinator, and here's how I would teach it. Let's split the field in half, and let's remove that player right there. Let's remove the Mike who is standing in the middle of the field. He's a net neutral player. He's going to stay in the middle of the field. All right, let's count these on the bottom. I have 1 Clemson defender, 2 Clemson defender, 3 Clemson defender on the short side of the field. As an offense, I have 1 wide receiver that I'm going to release into the route, a tight end that I'm going to release in the route. I have 2 options on the short side of the field where they have 3 defenders. Everybody reads simple math. Let's look at the top of the field now. I have a running back who I'm going to release into the progression. I have a wide receiver and I have a secondary wide receiver standing right there. Thus, on the top side of the field, I have 1, 2, 3 options as a unit, and they have 1, 2, 3 people to defend them. We should be reading the field, right? That's how I would read the progression. Now, somebody who taught him is we're going to read the corner down here on the bottom of the field, okay, to the short side. Now, I know why. We're hunting explosives. That's what we do. We're hunting, but we don't have to make every play. Okay, so when we talk about it on Tuesday and say, hey, we like the smash concept in bunch when we get down into the green zone. But let's just make sure we have the numbers, because here's why. We don't. We're outnumbered here. So this ball has to get thrown very high and not flat, because this linebacker, who is the extra hat on the progression, is going to be lingering, and he's going to jump and force this ball to sail. And thus, we're not going to be able to rip it flat. And guess what? Because of that, the safety is going to be able to undercut us and pick us off. You see what I'm saying? So as a young football player, and I think he's going to grow from this, I know he will, when we see this type of stuff, we don't have to make every play, because look what happens on the short side or the field where we have the numbers. We have a tight end working to a stick right here early in the progression. Boom. Now. You know what I'm saying? So we can take these things when the defense is telling us to take these things. Now, if we come up to the line of scrimmage and the stack is bumped, we got the numbers, hunt, go kill them right now. But we don't have the numbers. So let's retreat. Let's take our chicken and rice. Let's read the progression correctly. Again, if you're a coach right now listening to me and you think I'm dead wrong on that, please hit me up. I want to coach that. But that's how I would coach that right there. But whatever you do, whoever coaches this guy for the rest of his career, just don't ever talk about anything with regards to ball carrying. Don't coach anything out of this guy. Just let him do all of this. My God. How many dudes did we run away from right here? Again, Peter Woods. I'm sorry, son. Peter Woods, I think you're great. Okay, Clemson fans that found the channel, I think he's great. I think this guy's a freak. Look at this again from the tight. Number 11, 90 Mares. Huh, we got it. Woo. Nope. How many times can you stop a still frame and be impressed? Yank. Yank. How? You know? Oh, we missed one. How? How do we defy that arm tackle right there? Run up out of it. Oh, did you see the little hop to get out of that on one leg right there, Jonathan? Watch this. Oh. Back to our 2 feet. And then protect the ball as we continue to run through more arm tackles. I mean, just, you're not gonna find too many humans that we've studied. This is one of one. Him and Genty as a ball carrier. Yeah. I think from what we've seen on this channel in terms of just defying, what in the world? How are you getting out of these situations? All right, why aren't you throwing the spacing route right here? All right, so many questions right here. Again, so much room for growth. This is a 66% completion percentage guy, and there's stuff like this on tape. It's amazing to me. All right, we got a stack duo right here that we're going to add motion to. We're going to bring this third wide receiver over here and create a trips bunch against a team that probably is running some type of, what do we call this? Like pin, inside, outside, right? Point, inside, outside, with some safety help in the middle of the field. Either way, we're going to take one of these wide receivers and we're going to run what we call a spacing route. We're going to go behind the stack and we're just going to run to grass. And it is, I mean, we don't get much clearer pictures as a quarterback. All right, we're definitely not going to on Sundays. Throw that football. You should be throwing that ball right now. And I don't know why we aren't. Again, love to have the conversation with them. We put the ball in tremendous risk eventually getting to it, but we're so late to it. I don't know what we're doing. I really don't. We're 13 games in, and this would be, I'm sitting in the room, I'm almost hot, because, like, I know how great you are. We see how great you are. Why aren't we, what is this? And there's like 4 or 5 of these a game. We just pray right now, or at least this season, they just prayed it didn't end up in a turnover. But that should have been the second interception. I'm going to give that back to you from the tight, just so you can see how tough of a throw, how risky, rather, of a throw that was. My bad. Like, what are we reading? We're reading the clear-off concept right there. He's looking at the tight end. You have no business with the spacing routes right there, Bubba. Throw it. And then we get to it way late. Gets tipped. Should be picked.
It looked like to me he's staring at Barrett Carter.
You think so?
That's what it looked like to me.
Which, not a bad player to be staring at. That guy's pretty scary. But, I mean, I feel like right here we're already, like right here it looks to me like we're reading whatever this is. Actually, our eye line is like right there. So whether it be Barrett Carter, whoever, either way, our eyes are in the wrong spot.
Yeah.
We have the spacing concept over here. We should be looking at that. That is the whole purpose that we bunched and motioned to bunch and doing what we're doing. And even if we're looking at it now, we're already A, late in the progression, but B, we should be ripping it right now if we're ever going to rip it. We're triple late by the time we actually throw it. Let's go to play 60. Oh, you got to hit this guy. That's the note here. When he gets in open field, you just might as well hit him. All right, and if you get penaltied, you get penaltied because and don't hit him, don't fall on him, don't just wrap your arms around him like Buddy's doing right here. You got to hit him. He is big as hell. All right, I just see him dragging folks the entire time. And when he gets to open field, I also see DBs kind of doing this one where they don't know what to do because they don't know if they should hit him, they can hit him. The answer is hit him. He is big. Also, you are gassed. You are absolutely gassed. All right? Now, it's great that we got there, but there's like 4 or 5 steps there where we are not putting it in right here, okay? So watch out. Oh, my Lord, man. 20, Avion, I love you, buddy. I love you, but we are a corner. You know what I mean? We are a corner. We do not want to play safety. We do not want to play nickel. We do not want that small. I understand. Also, he's 245 pounds, Brooks, so shut up. I ain't hitting him either. You know? I ain't hitting him either. I ain't going to go stick my nose in there. How's he make the last guy miss, Jonathan? We got 4 guys. We got so many people hanging on us. Look at this miss. Makes that safety miss too. That's crazy. A very one-of-one football player. I think they should have come back to this. I marked this off the notes, so it's all good. Play 64. You know, the more and more I watch it, it's not just Georgia that had a crap load of drops this year, big pivotal drops. Something's going on in college football. Catch the ball. Catch the ball. Now, that's a great play by the DB, playing through the hands, all that good stuff. Catch the ball. We just watched Texas film where we got, 2 or 3 drops on the tape. Catch the ball. All right, we'll end it on this one. And I don't even, one of these plays again. I think it's a game winner right here. Just shut up, let it roll, Brooksy. Sometimes I would even almost want him like late on his progressions. Don't read it correctly, just panic. Because because when you panic, everybody else is panicking too. Because good God, you're a freak with the ball in your hands. Again, I'm cool with it though. Put it in your pocket. Look, none of this is even available. So as a hey, is he reading through the nothing's available. Let's put it in our wrist or our arm right now. Let's take off. Nightmares, dude. This whole front 6. Nightmares of this guy. They're even trying to spy him right now. Do you see that? Woodaz is trying to spy him. Who is they're supposed to be super freak. All right? Bro, how many arm tackles did he just brush off like they were tree limbs? 1. Oh, one of our missed tackles tripped another one. We love that. What is 0 doing out there? Barrett, the quarterback has the ball. Barrett, he's past the line of scrimmage. Barrett, go hit him. Oof. That is a great football player that is bamboozled right about now. I'm not going to say I'll study everybody or that I've studied like enough football to make claims like this, but that is in the 6 years that we have been doing this, that is the best ball carrier I have watched. Okay, now I remember studying Lamar Jackson when I first got into this study. Very much of a twitchier athlete. It felt like raw speed, raw athleticism, jump over you, do all that stuff. That is an elite ball carrier. I don't know how else to describe it. There's obviously room to grow as a passer, but man, what an electric playmaker. I'm excited to see what they do this year. I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure you hit that thumbs up button. I love you. Bye.